Digital map products best practices for spatially enabling web applications using the SpatialStream spatial development platform. Integrating spatial technology into web-based applications offers many advantages in terms of data display and data analysis. One of the biggest challenges with data analysis is how to quickly and easily make sense of large data sets, especially those that have a time component. Digital map product's answer to this is Rollups. Rollups is an advanced data aggregation, display, and animation tool that combines business intelligence techniques with advanced spatial technology. Rollups lets users quickly and easily analyze large data sets and identify temporal trends. For this Rollup demonstration, I've taken a very large data set containing the price of all homes sold in the Southern California region over a period of 3 years. I'm trying to understand how the average selling price per square foot of homes has changed since the first quarter of 2006, and which areas of the region showed price declines first. As a reference point, this data set has about 25,000 records spanning 600 zip codes and 6 counties. I've loaded my 25,000 points into the Rollup component. I defined my aggregation geographic level as zip codes and my time periods as quarters. Now I can visualize the changes in the average selling price per square foot of properties by quarter and by zip code. To help me view the changes in my data over time, Rollups includes an animation component which allows users to play the rollup, pausing it when desired, and stepping forward or back by time period. I also defined the display rules of the rollup to display a zip code as green if it has a % increase relative to my baseline quarter of Q1 2006, and red if it has a % decrease. The darker the color, the more intense the change for that quarter. If there's relatively no change, the zip code displays white, and if there's insufficient data to calculate a change, the zip code is transparent. As I play the rollup, you can see how easy it is to determine which areas are increasing and which are decreasing. As we move into 2007, we're seeing a lot more red on our map, which is consistent with what we know happened to real estate in Southern California. Moving into late 2007, you can see the inland areas are predominantly red. Orange County is flat to slightly negative, while LA and many of the coastal areas are still showing % increases. Finally, as we move through 2008, nearly all zip codes on the map are now showing a % decrease relative to Q1 2006. Another important feature of Rollups is the ability to drill down into an area to get additional information. For instance, I noticed some interesting activity along the Orange County coast as I viewed the rollup. Specifically, it appears that while most of the zip codes in Orange County were flat or slightly negative, Laguna Beach was still gaining an average selling price per square foot. When I click on the Laguna Beach zip code, I get a balloon with basic statistics. Clicking Details gives me access to even more information. Now I can compare Laguna Beach with the county, see a graph of its total change over the 3-year period, and see the breakdown of sales by property type and price category. I can even drill down to the actual home sales records. I can view a property's details by clicking on an icon on the map or clicking on a record in the grid below the map. As you can see, viewing data on a map, summarized and thematically displayed by zip code, animated by quarter, and equipped with drill down, is a very powerful means to analyze data. I can quickly discern trends about the magnitude of price declines for this region, as well as determine geographic patterns. I simply could not have done this with traditional methods. With the trend toward spatial applications integrating larger and more diverse data sets, it's critical they also incorporate new and better ways of accessing and analyzing that data. Rollups lets you do just that. At Digital Map Products, we're committed to creating new and better tools to visualize data on maps.